Should you text a guy or just wait for him to make the moves on you? Women typically fall into two camps with this. Either they're crazy over texters and just bomb a guy with messages, or they freak out, overanalyze everything, and wait to send anything because they're so scared of saying the wrong thing and pushing him away. Most dating coaches will try to tell you that there's some magic trick to get a guy to text you, or that you need to follow a set of very strict rules, as in never, ever, ever text him back right away, pretend that you're busy. I mean, honestly, the rules make me want to barf. And the thing is, they don't really work, not on the right guys anyway. Fear-based rules and manipulation tactics will not work on a good and healthy man, but I know what will. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 guidelines for when to text a man. I'm Nicole Moore, love coach and founder of Love Works, and I help women ditch the rules and instead find true love with a healthy man by fully being themselves. Here's tip number 1 to tell if you should text a guy or not. Ask yourself, am I texting him because I genuinely want to? Or am I doing it because I'm afraid that if I don't do it, he won't? So while I don't believe in rules, I do believe in giving space to know if a man is going to pursue you, if he has it in him, or if he's just not going to do it at all. So way too many women, they get in fear mode when they first start dating a guy, and they deep down don't believe they're worthy of being texted back, or they don't believe that they can trust guys to step up. So fear will have them send a text or call him, but it's not because they genuinely want to. They would actually prefer not to text or call him and for him to call them, but they're scared that he won't. So the thing is, in order to see if a guy's going to lead, you do have to allow the space for him too. So slow down, lean back, and deal with your underlying beliefs or feelings about not trusting men to show up first. Don't send the text, deal with this first, because if you do, you're way more likely to attract in the guys who show up in the first place. Here's way number 2 to tell if you should text a guy or not. Ask yourself, am I sending a text to him to try and fill myself up with something that I feel I'm lacking? For instance, are you trying to get attention, validation, or approval from him? If you're texting him to try and fill a lack or void within, guess what? Everything is energy, so he's likely not even going to respond, or he'll take an annoyingly long time to get back. Have you ever been sitting and waiting for a guy to text you back, and you're freaking out and you're making up all these stories about how he doesn't like you or he thinks you're not good enough, and the second that you forget, that's when he texts you back. That is energy. So whenever we communicate from a state of fear or lack within, we just get that back. So before sending the text, ask, am I sending the message just to send it and connect with him? Or am I sending it to hook his attention and get him to give me something that I feel I'm missing? If there is a hook there, do not send the text, because he's going to feel that hook energetically and he's going to want to pull away. And all people do this, not just guys, by the way. When someone tries to push their energy on us and hook us, the natural instinct is to pull away from the hook. Which brings me to tip number 3 on when to text a guy, and it's this. Text him when you want to, when there's a genuine desire from your heart, and when there is no agenda. So think of how you text your friends. You probably don't think about it, right? You don't sit there and analyze, should I text my friend? What can I get from them? You just send a message with a clean energy. You're not sitting there all pressed to get a response. So if it's after a date and you genuinely want to text him and say, had a great time tonight with a winky face, do it. If you're doing it to make sure he wants to see you again because you're afraid you're not good enough, or you're afraid men aren't going to pursue unless you force the connection along, don't do it. The only rule is, if you're communicating from fear or insecurities, don't do it. Don't send the text. If you're communicating from love or from a genuine desire to do it, go ahead and send the text. Now, the reason you want to genuinely communicate is because you're looking for the right man for you. It's really not true, I promise you, it's not true that there's some magic window of time to not text a guy, and then magically, if you just wait till that, he's going to want you. There's no certain amount of communication that's too much or too little. It's all about who you genuinely are and being that so you can find a man who is the right match for you. Now, I have someone you can really text right now, and I promise you it's the right time, and I promise you you're gonna get a response. That person is me. Yes, me. Let's take this relationship to the next level because I wanna give you my number. Text 310-388-9926 to say hi to me, and I will send you a text and a little love note back. Every week I send little short love notes, confidence mantras, and manifesting tips to women in my community via text. It's free, just like a text to a friend, and don't worry, I won't hit you up all the time, I promise. My number is also in the description below for easy access. Now, please just be kind. Don't text me if you're a crazy. This is really only for women who want love notes from me and to be connected to my love advice via text. Did you like this video? If so, like it here, leave me a comment, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video.